Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Donna Just Being Real. My channel is about dating, love, relationships, and toxic relationship advice channel. Alright, so we're going to get back into this one. Having a late night live stream. So we're going to get back into this Dusty Lowlife. We're focusing on day 4. Dusty Lowlife Nathaniel Rowland trial, day 4. And you're going to be able to see this piece of crap right here, right? Let me lower this music a little bit. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, you're going to see this little Dusty Lowlife, right? He's going to be at the ATM machine. So basically, he took an ATM card, right? And he took a card, so he's trying to go to the machine to get some money out. So what I gather is, she gave him the wrong pen. This woman fought for her life. Yes, she fought for her life and pisses me off too. Look at this piece of crap right here. You see the piece of crap right here wearing pink? Pink is my favorite color. You got the nerves to wear that. Pink is for beautiful people. And you're not beautiful. Yeah, I said it. That's right. Okay. So, obviously, I guess she gave him the wrong pen. She fought for her life because she knew she wasn't going to make it. But she fought. She fought. Every time I think about this story just gets on my nerves. Okay, now this is her family right here. Her beautiful father, and then the mother in the middle, and then her sister. Now, let's get into this Dusty, right? This Dusty Lowlife, this is his parents, right? And we're going to get into that one. We're going to get into them, but not tonight. We're going to focus on them because I'm going to have a day just to roast them. Because I got a lot to say about these parents. I'm so sick and tired of these enablers. Okay, you're enabling your child's bad behavior. Okay? But I'll tell you one thing. The judge put this mother here in place. Oh yeah, he corrected her. But we'll say that for another time. Alright, so let's get into this trial right here. Now, you know what we do. Make sure you hit the like button. Share it to your social media. Share your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Alright, very important. Make sure you do hit that like button. And also, I'm going to put the speed up. Now, this is how we do. Now, I'm going to speed it up. And I'm going to speed up to 1.25. I might start going to 1.50. And what you do on your end, if it's too fast, you can always slow it down. So it could be normal speed. So you can be able to understand what's happening. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, let's get it. This piece of crap monster, what he did to her, got a lot of nerves. Taking the girl's ATM card. Y'all have to see. Let me stop talking. Let's get into it. Let's get it.
The other day, they are aware of it and they will endeavor to not block your view. You may call your next witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. Today call is Danny Conyers.
How far are we sworn, sir? Face the clerk. Put your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give this case will be the truth and the truth and nothing but the truth to help you God? Please have a seat, state your full name for the record.
Watch your step up, sir.
Do I have to keep this on?
No, sir, you may pull it out.
Okay. Danny Conyers,
Good morning, Mr. Conyers.
come on,
Tell the jury a little bit about your occupation.
retired.
Prior to the retirement, and congratulations on that retirement. But prior to retirement, tell me what you did before.
I started off with South Carolina National Bank as a corporate fraud investigator, and I ended up with Wells Fargo as a financial crimes investigator.
And how many years were you with between South Carolina National and Wells Fargo?
44.
All right, so that went from South Carolina National to Wells Fargo and a couple spots in between.
Yes, sir, there's a couple of Wachovias and First Unions in there.
All right. And before that, were you in law enforcement? In some
Yes, sir, I
way?
worked for Richland County Sheriff's Office from 1970 to 76.
All right. And so so tell me a little bit about your duties as you were working with the bank.
When I first started off, I did it all, physical security and fraud investigations. You know, I investigated all the crimes against the bank.
And as time wore on, did you kind of morph into a different kind of role?
Well, they split it up. We got bigger, and they had people specialized in the physical security, and then we specialized in the the investigation department.
All right. And you talked about fraud investigations?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Would ATM use or misuse of ATMs be a part of that
Yes.
department you work in?
A big part.
All right. So can you explain to the jury a little bit about how when a person accesses an ATM at Wells Fargo, just what the process would be for security or what security measures were in place?
Well, anytime you use a credit card, that's a daily procedure. I mean, there's a system that takes in the time, the date, the location, the amount, and all that. As far as the ATM, we try to keep the lighting, and we pretty well got cameras in all our ATMs now. There are a few that don't have them, but the biggest majority of them all do.
All right. And did you have an opportunity? Let me ask you this. When you have that ATM video, does it record?
Yes, sir.
How does it record?
It 24/7.
All right. So just a continuous recording all
Right.
the time? All right. And this relates to the paper records of people trying to access ATM
Right.
cards. Explain how that part of it works again?
Well, anytime you access it, it prints out, it goes into a database with the time, the date, the amount of the transaction, or what you did, whether you were just checking your balance or making a bank transfer or making a deposit.
Yes, sir. And are those records that are kept in the normal course of business?
Yes, sir.
All right. And those are records that you would have access to based on your employment with Wells Fargo at the time?
Yes, sir.
All right. And more specifically, back in 2019, March of 2019, were you employed by Wells Fargo?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And during that employment, did you have an occasion to become involved in an investigation that dealt with the murder of Samantha Josephson?
Yes, sir.
All right. Can you tell us a little bit about what you remember about your involvement?
I remember the detective calling me and asking me about was the card used, was the card used, and I told him it was used at two locations, one in Sumter and one here in Columbia.
And you were provided a search warrant sometime?
Yes, sir. He provided the search warrant for the photos.
Okay. And pursuant to that search warrant, did you provide certain information? Did you give certain information to the
Yeah,
investigator?
I told him where the transactions took place,
Okay.
because he needed that for the search warrant.
All right.
This piece of crap really disgusts me. He really does. I'm so glad they locked you up. I hope you getting tortured and everything in jail. He really disgusts me. Oh my gosh, he disgusts me. Okay, resume. Look how red his eyes look. You can tell he's not getting enough sleep because he's up all night talking to his father, Satan. Yeah, the devil. He got you up all night, huh? You look really tired. You piece of crap. Resume.
No, sir. I'm going to say what's been marked at this point for State's Exhibit number 335 for identification purposes.
Okay.
Can I show that to you, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. And what is that?
This is a disc of the transactions that took place at trying to think of the location there, the one in West Mark and the one here in Columbia.
Okay. And did you have a chance, that's a disc of the videos?
Yes, sir.
Recorded? And did you have an opportunity to review those?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And are those your initials on the back?
Yes, sir.
To show that you in fact viewed them?
Yes, sir.
And if I can have that back
Yes, sir.
down, please. Let me also show you what's been marked as State's Exhibit number 336. You recognize that?
Yes, sir. It's a time and date report for West Mark and Hampton Hills.
Okay. And you said time and date report.
This is a time and date report for ATM usage.
Okay. And again, that's kept in the normal course of business?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'd like to enter State's 335 in evidence, Your Honor.
No objection.
It is admitted without objection.
Okay. And I'd also like to admit State's 336 as well, Your Honor.
No objection.
It's admitted.
Thank you.
What are you telling him? What? What are you giving him, some hope? There's no hope for this. There's too much DNA. And your silly, simple parents don't realize.
If you'd like to step down, you may. Is State's Exhibit number 335. And I'll ask you questions about this, please. Is there an audio recording about what happens at these ATM machines?
Audio?
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
All right.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to put this one on normal speed because I really want you to see this piece of crap low life at this ATM. Okay, so I have this on regular speed at the moment, but I'm going to put it back to a faster speed. Resume.
So can you explain to us the ATM area that we're talking about and just what you're seeing briefly?
Yeah, that's Westmark Plaza drive-through in Sumter.
All right. And what are the streets that it's closest to in Sumter?
I think the main drag, Broad Street.
Okay.
And then if you're going back towards this way, then it runs into 378 and 521.
Okay, so kind of at that apex of 378, 521, and Broad Street?
Yes.
All right.
That machine has 2 cameras.
All right. And so the camera that we're looking at right now, what would that represent?
Well, it would be the overall view.
Okay.
Or you'd walk up to it and it's a real good camera. That's why you get so much footage.
Okay. Now, as this video plays, it's about a 4-minute video, but since there's no audio, I'm going to continue to talk to you.
That's fine.
Look at him covering his face. Do you see this, ladies and gentlemen? Do you see this piece of crap? He was coming from way down the block. Did you see him when he was walking across the parking lot to come over here? Oh, gosh. And BG, what did you just say? What did BG just say? BG said, this case bothers me a lot. Oh, girl, yes. Bothers me a lot. I need to know why. Why stab 120 times? Stab wounds. She would have given him her wallet. So why? So upset. Exactly. She would have gained whatever he wanted. Sick. Sick. Resume.
Now, as that video plays, I'm going to show you what's been marked as State's Exhibit number 336.
Yes, sir.
All right. Samantha, hand that to you, sir.
Yes.
All right. Are you able to tell what took place by way of transactions during that time?
Yeah, he attempted to make purchase. I made withdrawals on it, but undoubtedly he didn't have the right PIN number or something.
Okay. How many withdrawals were attempted during that period of time?
2.
And that's the Sumter location?
Yes, sir, I'm just going by this.
Okay. And is there a time that's listed as to when those?
Yes, sir, it's saying 0545.
Okay. So 5:45 in the morning?
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about time a little bit. There are occasions when sometimes the ATMs may read in Pacific time.
Right, the biggest majority of them are all on Pacific time. If I remember right, they had put a new machine in this one, and when they set it up, they left it on Eastern time instead of putting it on Pacific.
Yes, sir.
But as you can see, he disguised himself pretty good.
All right. And at this point, he's walking.
This is insane, right, BG? This is insane. What Easy Peasy says could be deeper than the money. He probably angry at life. Yeah, there was something seriously wrong with this man. There's something seriously wrong with this man. All right, what does Easy says here? Scary. It is scary. Oh my gosh. We got Mod on deck up in here. Strong in the halls. Strong in house. This is insane. Okay, let's get back to it.
Yes, it looks like he parked his car up on Broad Street.
So parked his car on Broad Street, walked back to the car?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now I'm going to play a second video for you, sir,
Okay.
and I'll ask if you recognize that video in just a moment.
Yes, sir, that's the overhead.
Okay. So you talked about possible 2 camera views.
Yes, sir.
That will exist. You know, some more, but at least at this location there are 2 camera views.
Right.
So one was direct on you,
Yes, sir.
and the other was overhead.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and it's in color as well. Is there anything that you that looked particularly interesting about this
Yeah,
video?
one thing that I use that.
Just look at him. Just evil. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, if he did not get caught, he was going to do this again. He was going to do it again. This is insane. Yeah, BG, this is very shocking. And it's scary. Isn't it? It's just chilling, right? This whole thing is just chilling. Murdered this woman, took her card. Probably said, give me the pen, if not, I'll kill you. And she knew she was going to die, and she lied. She tried everything for her life. Oh, gosh, this is so sad, so sad. And there's so many of these sick monsters out here walking the streets right here. So many. All right, let's get back to it. I don't want to hold y'all here forever tonight. So I want to get through this this video. Resume.
I don't spend much time on overhead, but I wanted to make sure the detective seen the shoes this guy had on, or this person had on.
Okay. What's interesting about those shoes based on your view?
Well, you don't see too many people walking up to the ATM with those on. They look like bedroom shoes.
Okay. And again, is that particular transaction captured in the record that you have in
Yes.
front of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. In fact, it's the same transaction that
Right.
we just spoke about?
It's just a different view.
And again, unsuccessful transaction.
Right,
And it's noted as well on that business record.
right.
All right. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next video. Now, you have a record that shows that transactions occurred in the, attempted transactions took place in the Columbia area as well.
Right, Hampton Hills.
Okay, explain to us, to the best of your ability, where Hampton Hills is.
It's right over by, I get all my tech schools mixed up anymore since I moved to Charleston, but I think it's Midland Tech.
Yes, sir.
It's close to there.
Okay, so would that be near the corner of Sumter Highway and Rosewood?
Yes, sir. We got 2 branches, one on Sumter Highway, we call Garner's Ferry Branch, and then the Hampton Hills Branch.
Okay. So the bottom of that Garner's Ferry Hill.
Yes, sir.
All right. And what do we see here, sir?
The same person, they attempted to use the ATM machine.
And based on the record that you have in front of you, can you tell us how many attempts were made?
Looks like it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay. So 9 attempts.
Yes, sir.
Were they successful or unsuccessful?
Unsuccessful.
And you talked about camera views with the Sumter location when that person tried to use the branch in Sumter.
Yes.
What are the camera angles for Hampton Hills?
We have 2 cameras there also. We have a straight on one like that right there, and then we have an overhead. And this one's black and white.
Okay. And this is a 5-minute video. I don't intend to play the entire
Yes.
video right now. But again, this is a fair and accurate representation of what you turned over to the investigator after you received the search warrant.
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'm going to show you a different camera angle, sir.
Okay.
Look at him struggling to stay up. See his eyes? Struggling to stay up. Up all night talking to his father, Satan. Yeah. You dance with the devil, you will get burnt by the devil. Because you are the devil. I don't understand, ladies and gentlemen. Well, you know what? I'll save it because I'm really going to roast his parents. I'm so glad that the judge checked your mother. Oh, that judge checked your mother. We're going to get into that one, but not tonight. All right, let's get back to it. Anybody who's coming in, make sure you hit the like button, share your thoughts and opinions in the comment section for the replay watchers, and also feel free to engage. If not, if you want to sit back and listen, I completely understand. But just hit the like. That does help out the content creator. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get it. Resume.
I will attempt to show you a different camera angle, sir. There we go. So, again, can you talk to us about that particular angle of the Hampton Hills branch?
It's the overview camera. And if you get and you look, you see the same shoes that really stand out.
And would this reflect the same set of 9 transaction attempts that we just watched?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but just from a different angle.
Yes, sir.
All right. And again, color camera?
That one is, yes, sir.
No.
And the times on here are going to be Pacific time,
Okay.
which would, they're showing 0347, which would be, I think, 647.
Okay, so adding 3 hours would be
Yeah,
6:47.
to add the 3 hours.
All right. So in Sumter, attempting to use an ATM after 5 a.m.,
Yes, sir.
and in Columbia, attempting to use an ATM after 6 a.m.
Right.
All right. Both on Sumter Highway.
Yes, sir.
Now, after you provided these videos and provided that report, did that end the,
My part?
yes, sir, your part in this case?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, sir, at this point, that's all the questions that I have. I'm going to pause this video, and then please answer any questions that the defense may have for you.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
Oh, yes, easy peasy. At the end, the judge has something to say to the mother. I'm going to play that one, but not tonight. I will definitely be playing that one. But I'm going through this trial right now. I'm going to show just a few more days. I'm not going to show like all the trial days because I did skip like about a few of day 3. But I just said we got the general idea. I just want y'all to get the basics of this whole thing what's happening in the trial. But I definitely want to show this one with this monster at the ATM trying to take her money out after he killed her. Piece of crap. Low life. You degenerate. Resume. Okay, I'm going to put on faster speed. I'm going to put on 1.5.
Yes.
Okay, I'm putting on faster speed for 1.5. But when the girlfriend hit the stand, I put on regular.
Good. You were contacted by which investigator?
I think it was McCracken.
McCracken? Okay. And when you spoke to Investigator McCracken, he told you what they were looking for, the information they were looking for?
Right. He gave me the card number and everything.
Yes, sir. He told you the reason why?
Yes, ma'am.
And
At the time, I mean, yeah, I get a lot of notifications, but yeah, he don't.
okay. So you had a conversation with him prior to being search warrant, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And then you got a copy of the search warrant?
Yes, ma'am.
Full videos,
Yes, ma'am.
and you delivered videos.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you watch the video prior to becoming governor?
Well, I did a video. I mean, I didn't do the actual disc, but yeah, I looked at all. I did all the video,
Okay, so you watched the video
Yes, ma'am.
from the Columbia location,
both locations.
and you can't see who's at the ATM, right?
One more time.
You cannot see who is at the ATM?
No, ma'am.
Okay. You watched the Sumter location video?
Yes, ma'am.
You cannot see who's at the ATM?
No, ma'am.
You testified the same person was trying to use the card, but you don't know that, do you?
Well,
Do you know that it's the same person who used the card both times?
I can't, well, we're in the same clothes, but as far as being the same person, no.
No, you can't tell. So you're just assuming that it's the same person using the card.
Yes, ma'am?
Then of course you don't.
I don't know if y'all noticed, ladies and gentlemen, but the defense is really a joke. They know they just grasping for straws. That's all they do is grasp for straws, because the question they ask is like, is reinforcing what the prosecution is saying. How are they changing anything? But he wanted to plead innocent. He says it's not him. He didn't do it. Yeah, okay. Really, sir? Resume.
So, sir, you were asked if you were assuming that that's the same person using the card, correct? The question that was just asked was,
Right.
you were assuming?
All I can say is, they had on identical clothes on.
Okay. And when you say identical clothes, you're talking about those shoes? Those,
Your Honor is leading.
Don't leave her. Don't leave him.
Yes. Thank you. What identical clothing did the person who used the ATM in Sumter have that was identical to the clothing that the person who used the ATM in Columbia?
Those bedroom shoes.
Okay.
Those stood out more than anything.
Thank you, sir. That's all my questions. All right. That's all I have.
Step down.
Thank you, sir. May step down.
Step down, sir. All right. I'll get you out of here.
Next witness.
State call, Destiny Latino.
Come forward, Ms. Warren. Face clear. Place your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this case is the truth and the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Now, please state your name.
Okay, 1.25 for the former girlfriend. What is wrong with these women dating these dusty men? Y'all something wrong with y'all. Why you even entertain these type of men?
Good morning, Ms. Catino. I'll ask you to speak up just a little bit more so we can ensure that all of the jurors are able to hear you. All right? And one other thing, and this is not to bug you, but I will need you to give a verbal answer, a yes or a no, because we don't want to guess what you're saying. We want to make sure that we understand that you're saying yes or no.
Okay.
Okay, then you'll have plenty of time to explain your answers. All right? You're not sure. All right. So tell us how old you are.
I'm 26.
A little bit about your educational background.
I graduated from Irma High School. I went to Fortis College for dental assisting, and that's it.
All right. And are you presently, well, let's little.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not here to try to roast her, but what is up with these women with these long ass lashes like this? Come on, look at it. It look like brooms that she have on top of her eyes. You could sweep the floor. You come to court like this, really? Come on, fashion 101. That's just no. You don't do that. That's just too much. Okay, you want to do the forced lash? We very feminine. Ladies, we like to be girly. We like, girly stuff. I know I do. I love makeup. I do. You know what I mean? But you overdoing it. Overdo your makeup, overdoing the lashes. I just don't get it. I'm sorry. I know this have nothing to do with this topic, but hey, I just want to get it off my chest because her eyelashes just like really bother me because they just straight out long, like she could sweep the floor. All right, let's get back to it. Everybody, make sure you hit the like. Hit the like. Come on, hit the like. Let's get the likes up. Resume.
A little bit about your work history.
I worked at FedEx. I worked at Sunoco, driving forklifts. I currently work at Snyder Electric.
And let me ask you this, how long were you at FedEx when you worked there?
I say 3 years, I want to say.
All right. During the time when you were working at FedEx, did you have an occasion to meet a Nathaniel Rowland?
Yeah, I met him. We met.
All right. And did you come in contact with him frequently when you worked at FedEx?
Before we actually met, no.
After you met, let's talk a little bit about when you met. What took place after you met? Did you have any type of relationship?
Yeah, after we met, we were just friends, then we eventually started dating.
Can you tell us about when you started to date?
Like a specific date.
Just the time period, time frame.
We started dating about, I want to say April
Okay.
2019, I think.
All right. And if you began dating, let's see, could it have been any time before April 2019?
It could have, yeah. I can't remember this exactly.
But you clearly dated in 2019?
Yeah.
All right. Now, did you have a chance, you know, when you were hanging out, to just go places and hang out with him from time to time?
Oh, yeah. We've hung out at his family's house, his sister, his mom's house. We've hung out at 5 Points before.
So let's start from 5 Points. Where in 5 Points did you hang out?
We've been to Breakers a couple times. I forgot the name of the other place, but
But frequently in 5 Points?
not that many times, but yeah.
And you said you hung out at his sister's house?
Mm-hmm.
What did you do
Yeah.
when you went to his sister's house?
Say it again?
What did you do when you went to his sister's house?
Just hung out.
What side of town does she live on?
Off Rosewood.
I'm sorry, I keep pausing. I had to pause. BG says she's a doll. Don't need all of it. Exactly. She's absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. What's up with what's up with these lashes? What Strong said? They look like paintbrushes. Well said. Really? I know. I'm sorry. I'm not here to. I mean, you didn't do nothing wrong. It just kind of bothers me. I don't know. Yeah, people do what they want to do. All right, let's get back to it. Resume.
And so, and you know where he was living at the time?
With his sister.
And was anyone living with the sister?
Her kids.
And you said that you also had a chance to meet his family.
Yeah.
How did that take place?
Just from hanging out at his sister's house. Then I met his mom.
Where did you meet his mom?
His sister's house.
All right. Did you have a chance to travel with him anywhere?
Yeah, we went to his mom's house.
Where was that?
New Zion.
So, I'm sorry, I cut you off.
I want to say it was New Zion. I can't remember the name of it.
But was it his family home?
His mom, dad.
And do you remember how you would get there?
Yeah, take Garner's Ferry, go through Sumter Highway, and straight shot.
Straight shot. And about how long did it take to get there?
I want to say an hour, maybe. Hour.
Who would drive?
He would.
Okay. What kind of car was he driving at the time?
His car, yeah, it was his car, his Impala.
Okay. Was it, what color was it?
Black.
Was it relative, do you remember, was it an old Impala?
I don't think so.
Okay, relatively new?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Did you ever have a chance to get behind the wheel of it?
Yeah.
Anything interesting ever happened when you were driving it?
I hit a deer.
Okay. Who was with you when you hit the deer?
He was.
Did you ever drive his vehicle without him in it?
Maybe to go to like the corner store, but that's it.
Where was the corner store?
Up the street from his sister's house off Rosewood.
Okay. And together, you guys were together and you hit a deer?
Yeah.
All right. Damaged the car pretty good?
The front, yeah.
And after that, was the car fixed?
Yeah, it got fixed.
Okay. And you continue to go back and forth to New Zion with him?
Every now and then, yeah.
All right. Now, was that a place, was it a city like Columbia?
No, it was like the country, you know what I'm saying?
All right. And how often did you, if you can remember, would you have had a chance to go there?
How often?
Yes.
Not that often. I've probably been about 3 times, 3 or 4.
Okay. Now, do you see the person, Mr. Rowland, sitting in the courtroom today?
Yeah.
Can you point him out to us? Okay. Tell us what he's wearing, if you would, please.
Good button up.
Now, you said you were around him a period of time, y'all working at FedEx. How did y'all contact one another?
We would text.
And what do you know what kind of phone he had?
Yeah, he had my old Alcatel phone.
Okay. So you gave him a phone?
Yeah, eventually I gave him a phone so that we could contact each other.
Why did you have to give him a phone?
He didn't have one.
And
Okay, so he was using you. He doesn't have a phone, and you give him your phone. Ladies, we gotta do better. What is wrong with her? Jeez, I just don't get it. Gotta do better. I'm getting back into these commentary. You know, my dating, love, and relationships advice. We gotta get back into it because, ladies and gentlemen, y'all gotta do better. This is ridiculous. All right, let's get back to it.
let me ask you this: in seeing him, you had an opportunity to, like I said, be in his car from time to time.
Yeah.
Did you ever see him with any kind of tools or anything interesting in the car?
The little, it's something you could use to open something, but like,
I'm sorry.
I can't really describe it.
I'd like to show you something that's been marked as safety exhibit number 225. Is this something that you've seen before?
Not exactly that, but something like that. Yeah.
Something like this in his car?
Yeah,
And you've seen him with something like this?
something like that.
And you said he's had it and he was opening things and opening
I
packages?
mean, yeah, you know, you'll use it to open something. I mean, that's it.
Now, dressing wise, have you ever seen him wearing head coverings or anything like that?
You wear a hat, and yeah, I've seen him wear a bandana.
Okay. Any particular kind of bandana you remember him wearing?
Yeah.
Let me show you what's marked as state exhibit number 11. Have you seen this before?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's it?
Yeah.
Okay. And how would you wear this?
Just around his head.
I'm going to show you what's been marked as state exhibit number 19. Have you seen these before?
No.
Have you seen shoes like this and wearing slides or anything like that before?
Yeah, but not those.
Okay. Now, did you guys have an occasion to end your relationship?
Say it again?
Did you break up with one another?
Yeah, we did.
Okay. About when did that happen, if you remember?
I don't remember.
Did he keep the phone you gave him?
Yeah.
Court's indulgence? And let me just be clear, you were working at FedEx?
Yeah.
Was he working at FedEx as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all were co-workers at some point in time?
We were.
Gotcha. And that's where you met?
Yeah.
All right. That's all the questions I have at this time, guys.
By the defense. Yes.
Excuse me. Do you remember how long you knew Nate before you started dating?
It wasn't long. It wasn't, maybe a month before we started dating, yeah. A month or two.
And you said that you had driven his car
I am.
and you wrecked his car.
Yeah.
But that wreck was in January of 2019, right?
I can't remember.
Okay. And it was in the shop for a while?
Yeah.
Because there was pretty significant damage on it.
Can't hear you, ma'am.
Oh, sorry, you have to answer out loud.
Yeah.
And you also told the investigators when you met with them that you knew that other people had driven Nate's car also, right?
Maybe, I know his cousin will maybe go to the store, but not really, no.
No, okay. You went to his parents' house, you said?
Yeah, I've been before.
To his sister's house?
Yeah.
Y'all would hang out at the house, you'd spend time together. You would go to the 5 Points area, but you said it wasn't that frequent, right? That's
Yeah,
not-
not that many times.
Okay. So that was not the normal hangout, hey, we're gonna go do something, let's go to 5 Points.
Yeah, no.
Okay. And how, did you say how long the relationship was?
It was maybe 4 months, I want to say, but it wasn't long.
And during that time, you described him as a sweet person,
Yeah, to me, yeah.
kind-hearted, giving, never gave you,
So,
oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, yes, yes.
A giving person.
Yes,
If you ever had any concerns, you would walk away, right?
yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, why is she grinning so much? You still got feelings for this clown? You still got feelings for this guy? See, you ladies, you gotta do better. This is ridiculous. Look at her on this stand. She still have feelings, but look at him. He looked like crap. Look at him. She still have feelings. You probably don't think he did it. Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. Resume.
Begging the court's indulgence. And just, do you remember exactly when you gave Nate that phone?
No, I don't.
But y'all would be communicating prior to him having that phone, right?
Yeah.
So he had a different device that you were able to
Yeah.
contact him on. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
No further questions?
I'm sorry, no further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Step down.
Ladies and gentlemen, how much you want to bet? She probably going to be sending him letters while he's in jail. I just have the strange feeling she's going to send this clown. You know, this really bothers me. I love pink. And he has the nerve to wear my color. Are you kidding me? But let's go back to it. Look like she probably going to send him letters. She probably don't think he did it. Or if she did, think he did it, don't care. Like I said before, and I'm going to get into commentary with this. Why do these women are like so obsessed over these serial killers? Men that commit these kind of crimes. They send them letters. They go crazy. People's going crazy over Jeffrey Dahmer. Going crazy over Ted Bundy. That Chris Waltz. Oh, we're going to get into Chris Waltz. But that probably won't be into like March or whatever. I don't know. It depends. Because you know that Psycho Sarah is coming up next. So we got to focus on Psycho Sarah. But these people these women just go crazy. For what? I don't understand. This is insane. This is really insane. All right, I'm going to have to pick up the speed now. We're going to pick it up. So now we're going to pick up the speed. We're going to go to 1.5. Okay, we're going to go to 1.5. Now, on your end, if it's too fast for you, you can feel free to lower the speed down. So it could be on normal speed. But you know how we do when we do these trials? We do them a little faster, okay? We get a little bit faster. And blessings to your grandbabies. 603, blessings, blessings. All right, let's get back to this one. All right. Let's get it. Resume.
Next witness.
State called Eric Grafty.
Face clerk, left hand on the Bible, raise your right.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give this case to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Please have a seat. State your
Oh, Strong, if you're asking me about her writing letters, yeah, I really do feel so. It's something about her look. She was like, kind of like blushing. I don't know if she's like looking at this like, it's going to build up her Instagram because she was on this trial, this big time trial and everything. Maybe it could be that. But in my heart, I think that she still has feelings for him. I think so. I really think so. And I think she's going to be writing him letters. Yes, I do feel that strong. Yes. These women do it. You know, there's a lot of women out here that want these good guys, you know, who's gentlemen, you know, got it going for each other. They want these thug-ass, derelicts, low-life men. I don't understand. See, I have sons. I don't have daughters. But if I had a daughter, I just can't handle that. And with my sons, you're not bringing no hood rat type chick in this house, those thoughts or whatever. No, it's just not happening. I don't get it. You know, I don't know. I'm going through a little rant right now. Just work with me, everybody. Let's resume.
My name is Eric Grabsky.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Could you tell the jury where you are currently employed?
Yes, I work for a company called Forensics.
No 603. That's another girlfriend. That's another girlfriend.
Location analysis and mobile forensics.
And how long have you been there?
I've been there since May of 2019.
And where were you previously?
Previous to that, I worked for the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division, otherwise known as SLED.
And how long did you work for SLED?
I was at SLED for a little over 3 years.
And what did you do at SLED?
At SLED, I was assigned as
I know I keep pausing. Y'all just work with me. All right, just work with me. Yeah, and B said, wow, Donna, she is grinning. I think Nathaniel is happy to see her. You notice that? She's smiling. And if you notice, he had a little smirk, a little smile too. See what I'm saying? She's going to write him letters. I'll put it like this. He's going to reach out to her, make that little phone call. Hey, I was just seeing how you doing. And she's like, oh, I'm doing fine. How you doing? You know that little stupidness. Are you kidding me? Don't entertain no crap like this. If it was my daughter and I knew you was entertaining something like this, you're getting out of my house. You gotta go. Yeah, I said it. That's right. I said it and I mean it. Reason.
Special agent to the State Surveillance and Intelligence Unit, which operated as a fugitive apprehension team. So we would get calls from local agencies requesting assistance in apprehending violent felons or people with warrants. And my area of expertise specifically on that team was to track cell phones in real time, as well as map out historical call detail records in relation to major crimes.
Did you receive any training in order to do that?
I did.
What is your training?
I've received over 250 hours of training in pen register trap and trace device training. And I probably should explain what a pen register trap and trace is. You probably all heard of a wiretap. So a pen register trap and trace is a bit of a scaled down version of a wiretap. So you get a target number and we initiate a pen register. Basically what's going to happen is we're going to be able to see all the incoming and outgoing phone calls and text messages, but we're not going to be able to hear anything as far as voice conversations or seeing text message content. And what this did is it allowed us to analyze the cellular location analysis of a phone in real time, because we would see on the pen register, we would see the towers that were being used, the locations of those towers, as well as date and time and other particulars regarding that. So I've received training in pen register trap and trace device collection and analysis, advanced training in call detail record analysis, wireless communications theory, and since being employed at SLED, I'm now a certified telecommunications network specialist, certified wireless analyst, and I've received additional training in that as well.
And have you ever been qualified as an expert in court?
I have.
In what field?
Cellular location analysis and mobile forensics.
This time, Your Honor, I'd ask that Mr. Grabsky be certified, qualified as an expert in the field of cellular location analysis. Cellular location analysis, Your Honor. No objection.
He's so qualified.
Thank you, Your Honor. So, you said a lot of definitions when you were just talking. Can you explain to the jury, how do you get cell phone information? Let's start there.
So I'm going to say call detail records a lot probably, and that's what we refer to as the records that come from the major providers for cell phone companies. So Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, and Sprint.
And how do you get these records?
We get these records through, when I was at SLED, through legal process. So we would send in a search warrant or a court order to obtain those records.
And what kind of records do you receive?
So we receive call detail records, often in digital format, so Excel, spreadsheets, that kind of thing. And we'll receive basically records of incoming and outgoing calls, text message transactions, internet or data transactions, subscriber information, as well as precision location records. There's several types of call detail records, and that's what we'll receive from the carriers when we make our request.
And are the records you receive the same, whether it's Verizon, AT&T, the provider, or does that matter?
I'm sorry. So the records do differ in not only the way that they are provided, but the way that they are recorded by the provider. So essentially, they're all very similar, but they're provided in different formats, and some carriers may store certain information, whereas another carrier may not store the same information.
And I guess what I'm getting at, do you always get the same information from each provider, or is it different depending on the provider?
It's different depending on the provider.
All right. And so I want to draw your attention to this case. How did you become involved in the murder of Samantha Josephson?
I received a call from my lieutenant at the time, inquiring about this case and requesting our assistance.
And what assistance did they need at that time from you?
They needed cellular location analysis on a known phone number.
And how do you know what phone numbers to get records for?
It just depends. In this case, we received information from investigators and special agents who had already been working the case prior to.
And what information are you given, or are you just given the phone number? Are you told it's to this person or that person, or are you just given the phone number, or does that vary?
It varies, but ultimately we receive information as far as the phone number and who it's associated with, the person that it's associated with.
And what do you mean by associated with?
Meaning who possibly had possession of that phone during a given time period.
So in this case, you got information about some phone numbers, is that correct?
That's correct.
And what did you do based on that?
I obtained search warrants for the call detail records, specifically containing historical cell site location information, in order to map out the records and determine where these phones were possibly located for specific time periods.
And were you able to get the information?
I was, yes.
I'm going to start with certain records.
Okay, Dusty Lowlife, what you writing again? All right, let me go back to his comments real quick. All right, Maud Strong says, I'm with you, Donna. I only have sons, and that is a good thing when it comes to them dating these thugs. I couldn't take my daughter going that route. Exactly. It's just not happening. It's not happening. Not in my home. It's not going to happen. I mean, you could do whatever you want to do, but you're not over here. No. All right. 603 says, my daughter, if he doesn't have a job, a car, or his own place, he can keep stepping. Bingo. Exactly, Strong says. Oh, I'm just getting so angry. Oh, it just peed me off. Because I was watching this before and I was like, is this girl over here like smiling? And he got a little smirk too, like he knows. Yeah, I know I can call her up. I'm in jail. Mm-hmm. And what BG say, put some money on the books? She probably is. Probably is. Oh gosh, y'all. We gotta do better. This is crazy. All right, let's get back to it. Resume.
I'll show you what's oh, excuse me. I'm going to show you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 38, and that's it for recognition.
Yes.
And what are those?
These are call detail records for 609-658-5123.
And is that one of the phone numbers that were provided to you?
Yes.
And does that exhibit fairly accurately depict the records that you received?
Yes.
Have they been changed in any way?
Not that I can tell, no.
At this time, Your Honor, I'd ask that you State's Exhibit 338 into record, into evidence. Thank you. Now I'm going to show you. Excuse me, 337. I'm going to show you what the mark is. Exhibit 337. Asking if you recognize this one.
I do.
What is that?
These are RTT records, type of call detail record for 803-566-3692.
And is that a fair and accurate depiction of what you received? Sorry, fair and accurate copy of what you received?
It is.
Has it been changed in any way?
It is not.
At this time, I'd ask that you Exhibit 337 into evidence. Prior. And now I'm going to show you what's been marked as 339. And that's if you recognize those.
I do.
And what are those?
These are the same RTT records for that previous number, for the Verizon number.
And do they fairly accurately depict the records you received?
They do.
And have they been changed in any way?
No.
At this time, Your Honor, I ask to introduce State's Exhibit 339 into evidence. Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. And you just used what I will say is the term of RTT. Can you explain to the jury what that is?
Yes. So RTT is what Verizon describes as their precision location records. So as I mentioned before, there are several types of call detail records, one of which is precision location records, right? And Verizon calls them, they use the acronym RTT, which stands for Range to Tower or Real-Time Tool. Essentially what these are records that show tower information regarding the health of their network. So what we're going to see on these records is a date and time of when the phone contacted the tower. The tower then, if it's equipped with one of these tools, will actually time the amount of time that it takes for the signal to get to the phone and then return back to the tower. And when they do that, they estimate a distance that the phone could be from the tower, and it's an estimate. They also include the estimated latitude and longitude of the device. And this is not to track phones or to maintain locations of their subscribers. These records are produced and maintained by these carriers in order to oversee the health of their network. What they're seeing is they're getting all kinds of network information regarding how that signal is seen by the actual handset, so by the phone itself. And this is a method for them to oversee the health of their network, because the whole point of all of these networks is for us to continue to subscribe to them, right? They're a business. And so they need to maintain the health of their network so that they can maintain subscribers, they can maintain their customers. And this is a way that they do that, to be able to see basically in real time how the network is interacting with various cell phones.
Now, you said something about the latitude and longitude, and that I believe you said it's not accurate. What do you mean by that?
So along with these, or included in these records, is an estimated latitude and longitude of the device. And there's a confidence level associated with it, high confidence, medium confidence, or low confidence. And again, these are not created to actually determine the location of the device. What they're trying to do is see where various towers' signal overlaps, because where that signal overlaps, you're going to get better signal for the device. So that's really what they're looking at. And for purposes of the this report and my testimony today, those estimated latitude and longitudes were not included. But you will see an estimated latitude and longitude in these records, and we just need to make sure that you're aware that those are not what was used today.
And just to be clear, if something says the latitude and longitude to say downtown Columbia, does that mean the phone is in Camden?
No, it's again, it's going to be associated with an actual tower. So what we're going to see is the tower that that was used for connecting to the network.
Did you prepare a PowerPoint that would help assist you in your testimony today?
I did.
And was that provided to myself and everyone that needed it?
Yes.
You can sit down if that helps. Is this what we were speaking of here?
Yes.
So this has a, can you talk about the background of what this presentation deal with, which numbers?
Yes. So I created a cellular map report.
Speak up.
Sorry.
Or how about this? Switch with me so the court can hear you better.
So I created a cellular analysis report which maps out the towers that were used by 2 target phone numbers. That's going to be 803-566-3692 as well as 609-658-5123.
And were you given any information about what the 609 number, who it was associated with?
Yes, I also that was associated with Samantha Josephson.
And what about the phone number, the 566-3692?
That was associated with Nathaniel Rowland.
And here you have methodology. What is this speaking of?
This is just basically telling you what I just spoke about, which is we conducted analysis on the call detail records and documented where the locations of those towers are, as well as the sector location on those towers.
And what is cell site location?
So cell site location simply means location of a tower. So cell site simply means the site of the cell, and that is how we describe location of the tower.
And you use all of this information to make some determinations that we're going to talk about. Is that correct?
That's correct.
So this is a sample. Is it say it's a sample of a 3?
I had to pause for a second. My girl said something here. Why do these young ladies want a bad boy for? I don't get it. I don't get it either. I don't get it. There's something wrong with them. But see, a lot of it has to do with the way they was raised, their environment, right? And then plus what they learn. They see their mamas dealing with these low-life dusties. So they turn around here and they date a low-life dusty. Or sometimes their parents will push them to date a low-life dusty because they don't want their kids to have better what they had. It's sick. It's twisted. There's a lot of narcissism that goes on and sociopath that goes on in family dynamics. And maybe one day I'll break that down. But it's really pathetic. It really is. And then they go out here, these women, they go out here and have babies by these type of dudes. For what? You have babies by them. And you having a baby by a person that don't take care of the kids that he does have. Or he has a problem paying child support, but you'll turn around and lay down with him and have a baby by him. There's something wrong with you. It really is. But some of these women think it's cute. They think it's cute. They think it's cool. And a lot has to do with their environment, because everybody in the environment doing the same thing, having baby by dusty dudes, so they join the club. Their mama had babies by dusty dudes, so they'll follow their mama's footsteps. I can really go in on this one. Yes, I can. But we're going to finish this up, because I don't want to have y'all here all night and stuff. And people who's coming in, come on, these likes is not matching up. The math is not matching up with the people that's in here. Hit the like. It's not too much. If you don't want to engage, I understand. It's late. You might be relaxed. You just want to listen. I completely understand. But just hit the like button. Thank you. Resume.
3-sector tower. Can you explain to the jury what is a 3-sector tower?
Yes, so the majority of towers that are used by these networks, and specifically in this report, all the towers that we saw, are what we call sectorized. And that's just a fancy way of saying that they're broken up into different sectors so that you're able to determine, when you analyze these records, what side of the tower that a phone call could have originated from, or some type of connection to the network could have been from, right? And so when we see these towers in real time, the next time you see the tower, and you see that what looks like a kind of a triangular looking rack there at the top, that indicates that the tower is sectorized.
And so does a tower like this, does it project out one way or another, or is it a 360?
It's essentially 360, but each of those sectors projects out 120 degree beam width, right? And that 120 degree times 3 is 360, which comes as a circle.
So can you explain to the jury what this means?
Right. So this is like a bird's eye view on a cell site or a cell tower. So if you think of a Mercedes-Benz symbol, the very center of that symbol is going to be where the tower is located. And each of those kind of triangular looking shapes that come out, that stand out from that center, represents a sector. And that's how we're able to determine if the call originated potentially on the north side of the tower or the east side or west or south.
And so, again, the first target number is the one associated with Mr. Rowland, is that correct?
That is correct.
And who was his provider?
Verizon Wireless.
Okay, and so what time frame did you analyze?
The evening of March 28th through March 29th.
And what was the second target number?
609-658-5123.
And again, who was this associated with?
Samantha Josephson,
And who was the cell phone provider?
Verizon Wireless,
And again, what were you asked to analyze?
March 28th, 2019 through March 29th, 2019.
So why is this significant, or what information were you given? Let's start there.
I was given information that this incident originated at the Bird Dog, which is a bar in Five Points.
Okay. And you said given information. Were you part of the investigation, or are you just receiving information from different people?
I'm receiving information from investigators.
And what is this?
This is the coordinates of where the body was located.
So this is where it says 33, I believe it's degree 48.472. What is that?
That's the actual coordinates on Earth of where the body was located.
And so is this for lack of a better word, a Google map of that?
Yes, it is.
What is this?
This is a location of interest that I was provided.
And do you know anything about this when you're provided, or are you just told this is an area of interest?
I was told that's an area of interest.
And so 7525 map work.
That's correct.
And this is again just an aerial shot?
That's correct.
What is this one?
Another location of interest.
So 802 Hemphill Street was one you were given as a location of interest?
That's correct.
Again, were you given information as to why this was a location of interest, or that it just was?
I believe it was associated with a family member. That's what I.
Family member of who?
Nathaniel Rowland.
What about Memorial Stadium?
I believe this was in reference to some of the GPS coordinates that were extracted from the device originally by Lieutenant Britt Dove. I believe that it was potentially, this may have been an area of interest at the time that this map was created.
And you brought up Britt Dove. Do your talents sort of overlap? Would that be fair to say?
Sure.
And so he was here yesterday and talked about cell phone records. Do you have the same records that he does, or are your records different?
So actually, I had the records and he had possession of the physical devices. So it's important to understand that that's two separate sources of information, right? You're going to be able to get actual content to text messages, internet activity, and you're going to actually see the content of that phone from the physical phone itself. From the provider, from the carrier, as far as the records go, we're just going to see basically contact with the towers and incoming and outgoing phone calls and data transactions.
So is it fair to say that the information you receive and the information he gets are not always the same?
That's correct.
This is just another point of interest?
That's correct.
All right. So let's get back to this. So you're analyzing 5663692. What do you get in terms of helping you just analyze that number?
So I looked at all the records that were provided by Verizon when I made my request. And the records that we used for this report are the records that I have here. We have call detail records that I was provided, and specifically I used RTT records that were provided by Verizon, as well as the cell site listing, which is the Carolina tower data that was provided. So Verizon, I should explain this, Verizon, they record the tower number in their records, right? So they'll say, hey, this number used tower number 1. But they don't really specify at all where tower number 1 is located. So you have to look at their cell site listing, which is a database that says, hey, tower number 1 is located at this latitude and longitude. And that's how we determine where those towers are that were being used by any target phone.
And to be clear, latitude and longitude is just a way to say the address, basically, because the tower doesn't have an address. Is that
Towers do have addresses, yes. So a tower has an address, but it's more accurate to plot the latitude and longitude because that's going to be the exact point on Earth as to where that tower is located. If you plot an address as the tower, you may have varying degrees of distance as far as where that tower is located and where that address is. Because an address is going to be on a main road, but I'm sure all of us have seen towers that are way back in the woods somewhere with through a little cut or a little trail, and it's going to be more accurate to show that latitude and longitude.
So when this says Carolina's tower data, that's writing the data for the tower as far as the location.
That's right.
So what does this signify for you?
So this is the RTT explanation form. We include this just so that we can reference it for these purposes. We have a date, we have an access time. Release time is going to be the time that the tower saw that phone leave that tower, basically, when it disconnected from that tower. We have a call length, a technology type, dial digits.
And do you get all of this information in the report?
I do.
This is a continuation of that?
Correct.
Can you explain that to the jury?
Sure. We have various device identifiers, the ESN, the MID. We have
You don't have to explain. What is it?
electronic serial number. The MID is essentially the actual phone number itself.
What is it? But you said it real fast.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna really close this out here because they're just gonna talk about with the towers and proving that he was here, in different locations. We know the monster did it, but I really want to focus on this monster at the ATM machine. I want to focus on that one, and I wanted to focus on this girlfriend of his, and I want to see, and I guess everybody else seen it too, because I wanted you to see the fact that this chick is smiling. She's smiling, and she just have to smile like, she's happy to be here. Like, she still has some sort of feelings for him. I don't know. She's young. Maybe it's just about she's smiling because it's like, it's going to build up her Instagram. I don't know, whatever. But what are you smiling for? And he's smiling too, like, yeah, I can write her. She's going to write me back. He's going to call her. And another thing too, just like Surat, you think women's not going to contact him? It's sick. It's disgusting. It's really pathetic. I don't understand. Why are you giving these dusties, these lowlife, these trifling, and men, why are you giving these hood rat chicks, loudmouth, no class, using and abusing you for what? Why are you entertaining them? For what reason? I don't get it. Oh, because the sex is good. She doing all kind of crazy stuff, all the little cartwheels. She down there, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay. That's only for the moment. But what else can she do for you? Nothing. I don't get it. All right, so we're about to end this one up here. Let me just go to these comments real quick, and I'm going to show some more of this trial. Not tonight, but another day. I'll show maybe Tuesday and Thursday, and then after that we're going to wrap it up. And I'll, go to the closing arguments. Matter of fact, maybe I'll just show the closing arguments, and I basically want you to hear what the judge had to say about these parents. After all this evidence, and y'all still support him? Really? Really, Ma? Really, Dad? Really? Had the nerves to say, well, he's not that type person. And the judge asked him, said, well, how do you know that, ma'am? Because I raised him. Okay. So then, you know what? Let's put fault on you. You raised the monster. How about that? Let me not roast her. I'll save it for another time. All right, let me get to the comments. I'm going to end the comments. I'm going to let y'all go because it's late. I know everybody has to go to work Monday. Don't you hate Mondays at work? Ugh. Hate it. I love Fridays. All right. Did I miss something? All right. 603 said, I do have to say my sons have brought home some that we had to have a serious talk about. I know what you mean. I've been there. 603. Like, son, just sit down for a second. Let's talk for a second here. Help me to understand. What is this? Oh my gosh. All right. Oh, good night, all, and wonderful family. I feel blessed to talk to each of you, and I feel blessed to have you here, and blessings to your family too. Okay. Hit the like, please. What is going on tonight? Y'all got a problem hitting the like? What is it, Sunday? We don't hit likes for Donna? I don't get it. Oh, well. It is what it is. Good night, everyone. May everyone have this as a blessed night and a blessed week and all of that. And remember, date smart, not thirsty. And if you are a parent or you are uncle or you are aunt or you are a mentor, talk to these kids. Help them about, dating. Explain to them to date smart, not thirsty, because you're not going to get nowhere with these dusties and these dustettes. It's just not going to happen. You're wasting your time. All you're going to do is get your heart broken and be used and abused. And that's it. All right. Let me stop talking. Enough of my rants tonight. Bye, everyone.